This will go well, this will go well, this will go well.
What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this?
What's up, emos? It's Forever Confused Emo, and today I'm making another baking video. I thought that was festive enough. I'm wearing Christmas pajamas. I felt like it. So I was gonna do a review of the Heroes of Olympus series, but then I came downstairs and I discovered rising flour. There's a recipe for biscuits, and then I got a craving. Biscuits. I am not Southern in any way. I'm not even originally from the US. But after moving here and spending 4 years in this country, I can conclude that I love biscuits. So we're gonna do a recipe for biscuits. I got all the ingredients here, all the equipment, hopefully, and we're gonna see how this goes. So let's start. Step 1, you are going to preheat your oven to 450 degrees. In a large mixing bowl, you're going to sift together 2 cups of flour. A little sieve here, ain't that cute? I got my large mixing bowl. I've got, I got my cup here, and I got my flour here. So we're going to sift together 2 cups of flour,
2 shots of vodka,
1 tablespoon of baking powder is also going to be sifted into the list. So this is a tablespoon, according to science. I'm not going to put the whole thing of that in there because that scared me by how much it was. According to that, half a teaspoon of salt. Hopefully I'm not gonna kill everybody here. The thing is with Americans, y'all guys are obsessed with salt. But what I've noticed is you don't do a lot of sweet things. Like, I know you got like apple pie and all this pie stuff. So we're just gonna sift this together. I'm gonna try and get an angle of that. But so what you do is you hit the sieve and it goes into the bowl, like the really big mixing bowl. Hopefully it won't go over the side like this is doing. What a Jeep. So after you sieve all that together, you're going to add your shortening. Here's the thing, with biscuits, you cannot use butter. You have to use shortening. And I have to use half a cup, and the way you're gonna do this is you're gonna kind of crush it into there with a fork so that it looks like breadcrumbs. And I'm gonna show you that method because that's pretty weird looking. It's the lowest I can get the camera. So I'm gonna show you how this works. Sometimes I wish I was shorter or that I had actually planned things. So you get half a cup of shortening. So that's about here, I think, from what I can tell on the thing. So just cut through that. Ooh, look at that, look at that. Half a cup of shortening. And what you're gonna do after this is you're gonna obviously put all this away because it's really sticky and annoying. Put this back in the fridge. Get a fork and you gotta kind of like do this, I think, until it resembles coarse breadcrumbs. So you're going to be doing this for a bit, but you know, the result is way better than the frills in the chase, never into capture, but sometimes it is into capture because I want this to be done. Now here's something I did wrong. That shortening wasn't a full stick. So I'm gonna add a little bit of a quarter more of shortening just to get us to the finished product. When you're done, it should look like coarse breadcrumbs. Half of it is there. I just want to get the other half, so.
2,000 years later.
So now it kind of looks like breadcrumbs. I know this is like super white, so you can't really see it, but it does look like breadcrumbs. Now we're gonna add milk. We need 3/4 cup of milk. So what I'm gonna do is I got 1/4 cup. I'm just gonna do it 3 times with milk in it. And then we're gonna mix that in with the fork until the dough is soft. And forgive me for saying this, moist. I think that's enough. That looks like enough. And I'm gonna stir it all together with a fork. That's just what the recipe says, is a fork. So that's gonna happen. And then we'll see what happens to the dough, and then we're gonna do the rolling thing and all of that, and you'll see what happens. So this is where it gets into the fun part. You gotta take a little bit of flour, dazzle it on your surface. Did I say dazzle it on your surface? That's funny. And you take your dough and you toss it in the flour till it's no longer sticky. Which I don't know if that's possible, but we'll see. It doesn't feel as sticky anymore. This is the weirdest thing because you can't see it because I can't get a good camera angle, but I'll show you in a second what it should look like. It's not sticky anymore. Okay, so after doing all of that, you're gonna roll your dough. This is so much fun. A 1/2-inch thick sheet and cut with a floured biscuit or cookie cutter, and I have to find one. So we got our rolling pin. Gonna sprinkle it with flour, just a little, just in case. Then we're gonna roll out this dough. So, after doing the rolling part, you gotta get a cookie cutter. Got this circular one right here, preferably what you want. Put flour on that so that it doesn't stick. Hopefully that worked. You're gonna press down, twist, pull it out. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna place these on an ungreased baking sheet like this here. So we're just gonna place these biscuits onto it. These are gonna be pretty like small biscuits because I have a small cookie cutter. Whatever your preference is of how big you want your biscuit or how small you want your biscuit, I don't really care as long as it's, you know, delicious. Woo! And hopefully it will be. Ooh. This baking sheet is not greased. It says an ungreased baking sheet, so do not grease it because this dough should no longer be sticky because you tossed it in flour, so it shouldn't stick. And what you're gonna do is when you've cut out enough, you're gonna roll it back into a dough, like fold it back together, fold it back where it looks like this, and then roll it back out again. Just keep on continuing until either your tray is full or you run out of dough. And I don't know if we can salvage another biscuit from all this dough. Maybe I'll spread these out a little bit more. Yeah, so I can add about 2 more. Depends on how big they grow in the oven. They probably won't grow that big. So yeah, and then you're gonna put these in the oven for 10 minutes and we're gonna have a baking party on this channel, yes! Also, visit the playlist in the description below with my other 2 baking videos. I make chocolate chip cookies and I make meringues. So those are pretty interesting. And this is how mine look. So we're gonna put them in the oven for 10 minutes and I'll show you what they look at the end. tinsel in your foot, bubble in your foot, bubble in your eye. Everybody cries when you go to A&E with a bubble in your face. Blood, blood everywhere. You, Daniel Howe.
Rave time, rave time, rave time, rave time, rave time, rave time. Don't step on the glass, don't step on the glass. Tinsel in your foot, bubble in your foot, bubble in your eye. Everybody cries when you go to A&E with a bubble in your face. Blood, blood everywhere.
Okay, so I put the light on, and now I'm gonna do something I've never done before. I'm gonna do a time lapse of them cooking. I didn't do this with the other one, so this is gonna be really cool. So this is the finished product. My little brother had 2 of them, and then I just have one. So there were about 12 in a recipe, which is actually a really good number. I recommend this. They taste really good. Unfortunately, they burned on the bottom, so they're a little bit hard, but the tops are soft. They seem fine. My little brother tried making white gravy. It did not go well. And he had to throw all of it out. But he said the biscuits are good. Yeah, so I'm gonna have my parents try them and we'll see what the result is.
This is what they call a biscuit over here, but more likely a scone where I come from. Bit of jam, or a nice bit of cheese. Nice cup of tea.
Most people put bacon.
Oh yeah, make it
Bacon.
like egg and bacon and
Or
whatever.
sausage.
Oh, that would be
Yeah, that would be nice actually. With like some scrambled egg and a bit of bacon, whatever. Yeah.